How do you monitor remote employees without becoming the kind of boss people complain about in group chats? That is the question a lot of companies are quietly wrestling with right now. Remote work is no longer rare, and it is definitely not temporary. Millions of people still work from home full-time or part-time, which means managers need a real system for accountability. But there is a huge difference between managing remote work well and just digitally hovering over people all day. The first thing to understand is that remote work does not automatically mean lower productivity. In fact, some of the strongest data points suggest the opposite. Fully remote employees have shown strong engagement in recent research, which should be a wake-up call for leaders who still assume that not in the office means probably slacking off. At the same time, heavy-handed surveillance creates stress, tension, and distrust. So the goal is not to spy better. The goal is to manage smarter. A lot of companies make the same mistake at the beginning. They try to recreate office visibility in digital form. They track mouse movement. They install screenshot software. They obsess over Slack status dots. They want proof that someone is there. But being visibly active is not the same thing as doing good work. A person can look busy all day and still miss deadlines, create sloppy work, and frustrate customers. Another person can seem quiet and still knock out excellent results. That is why the smartest way to monitor remote employees is to focus on outcomes. What actually got done? Was it done on time? Was the quality solid? Did customers get what they needed? Were there security issues? Was communication reliable when blockers came up? Those are the questions that matter. For example, if you manage a remote customer support rep, you might care about response times, resolution rates, QA scores, and customer satisfaction. If you manage a remote designer, you might care about creative quality, delivery timelines, revisions, and handoff clarity. If you manage a remote recruiter, you care about qualified candidates, time to submit, and hiring manager feedback. Different role, different scorecard. That part really matters. The next big shift is transparency. If you're going to monitor anything, people should know what is being tracked, why it is being tracked, and how it is used. This is not just about trust. In some places, it is also about legal compliance. Some jurisdictions require notice before electronic monitoring, and outside the U.S. privacy rules can be even stricter. So if a company is using monitoring tools with remote employees across multiple states or countries, it really should get legal guidance before rolling everything out. There is also the security side, which gets ignored way too often. Many employers think remote monitoring is mostly about productivity. Sometimes the bigger issue is security. A compromised laptop, weak password, unsafe Wi-Fi network, or personal device with sensitive company files can create a much bigger mess than an employee being a little slow on a Tuesday afternoon. That is why smart remote management includes access controls, device standards, and clear rules around work systems. And then there is the human side. Too much monitoring can absolutely backfire. It makes employees perform for the metric instead of the mission. It creates anxiety. It trains people to look active instead of being effective. It also kills initiative, because when workers feel overwatched, they stop taking ownership and start playing defense. So what should companies do instead? Keep it simple. Define what a strong week looks like for each role. Use the least intrusive method that still solves the business problem. Keep work visible in one shared system. Set a regular check-in rhythm. Be honest about what is being measured. Review trends, not random moments. And most of all, hire people you can trust to work remotely in the first place. That last point matters more than people think. A lot of monitoring problems are really hiring problems in disguise. When the fit is wrong, managers start reaching for surveillance. When the fit is right, they can lead through clarity and results instead. So if you are trying to figure out how to monitor remote employees, remember this: monitor the work, not every heartbeat behind the laptop. The companies that get this right usually build stronger teams, healthier cultures, and better results. And I am curious what you think. Where is the line between accountability and overreach when it comes to remote employee monitoring?